So I'm the wife of this operation, and I approve this message.
Hey guys, welcome Corey's Car Review. This is a 2001 Mustang Bullitt. This brings me back to high school. In high school in 2002, I decided that I wanted a Mustang. And I looked at these, found one that had about 900 miles on it. This was in July of 2002. Had 900 miles on it. I came off a black car. The only three colors that they offered on the Bullitt was the green, the blue, and the black. Come off a black car, I was like, I don't want any of those colors, so I'm gonna go with a Mustang GT. I didn't realize the differences between the regular GT and the Bullitt. Now I do. I wish I would have got that. I didn't get the Bullitt. I got a white 02 GT. So when I started this channel, I thought if I ever run across one of these, I'm going to get it to show you, and we found one. If you're wondering what this rag is, it is 100 degrees here in Oklahoma, 95% humidity. I washed this and waxed it. This is the leftover spray wax rag I used. For all you guys watching, if you want to really impress your wives or your girlfriends, take your spray wax rag, dab the sweat off of you, and she'll love it. You'll have that waxy, glossy shine all day long, and she'll love it. So there's some notable differences between the regular GT and the Bullitt, and as we walk around, I'll point out those differences. Obviously, one is the color. If you've never seen the movie Bullitt featuring Steve McQueen, don't worry, you have time to get your life right and to watch it. It is probably one of the most iconic car chase scenes ever. It takes place in San Francisco. Steve McQueen plays a lieutenant for the San Francisco Police Department. He chases these bad guys. They're driving a black 68 Charger. He's driving a green 68 Fastback Mustang. Same color as this, and Ford decided to reproduce the car from the movie. 2001 was the first year that they did that. 2001, and then again in 2007, 2008, and then again in 2018 to 2019. So I'm going to walk around and show you some differences between the regular GT and the Bullitt. All right, so we're going to start with the front. The way this sets now is pretty much about 99% stock. The way this Bullitt would have came from the factory. A regular GT has fog lights. As you can see, the Bullitt, they deleted the fog lights. Now I don't know if this chin spoiler, well, I know it's not factory because the chin spoiler didn't come out until the 03 Mach 1. And I know that because I had an 02 GT. And as soon as the 03 Mach 1 hit, I was like, that spoiler is badass, I gotta get one of those, so I put one on. So I know that chin spoiler is not factory, however, it's a tasteful modification that doesn't take away from the nostalgia of what this is. So we'll walk around. Probably one of the first things you notice that we've done to this is lower it. I don't know that you can go wrong with lowering anything. So we've lowered the front 1.5 inches, and we've lowered the back 2 inches, and then we've tinted the windows. Obviously, Oklahoma, Texas, this part of the country, it is hot, and you can't go wrong with tinted windows. They make it look so much different and better. You have the GT emblem on here, but it is the Bullitt. The regular GT, the side molding, it will come down and kind of flare out a little bit. whereas this Bullitt it's flush all the way down. The Bullitt also has this built-in like little lead flap right here. The regular GT does not have that. The side louver on the GT, it sticks out almost identical to the way the hood looks, but they made it flush on the Bullitt. Of course, you've got the stainless, or the brushed stainless fuel cap, and if you look here on the inside, has the pony on the inside. Move on to the back, you notice that there's no spoiler. That was one thing that I didn't like about the Bullitt when I was in high school. I really liked the GT spoiler, so another reason I went with the GT. However, it does look good on this, so there is no spoiler. Of course, you've got the Bullitt badging right there in the back. And these Bullitts have the stainless exhaust tips that the GT doesn't. I don't know if the Bullitt and the GT share the same wheels, or if they're different shades of gray. I really don't remember, and there's nothing I can really find out about. However, they do look the same. They are 17 by 8s. They're Z-rated, which means you can drive the crap out of this, 130, 140, 150, however fast you want to take it, because they're Z-rated tires. Speaking of the tires, these are not the original tires. However, they were manufactured in 2002, which means this particular car has 33,000 miles, which is extremely low for an 01. The tire was manufactured in 2002, which tells you how this car's been drove. It's such a nice car, and it really shows how well this car has been taken care of by the previous owners, and then by me, and hopefully by whoever purchases it after me. After doing some research on this, I found out that Ford originally wanted the same motor that the 01 SVT Cobra had. They wanted that in the Bullitt because of the legal issues. They couldn't go with the Cobra motor. So this has the same motor as an 01 GT. I'll show you the difference when we pop the hood. But one thing it does share is on the brakes. The Bullitt shares the same brakes as the Cobra, and you can see, which I think is really neat, you can see the Mustang pony right there, the red brake caliper. And then it's got the red brake caliper back here. I wish I knew the difference between the Bullitt and the GT when I bought mine, because I probably would have pulled I would have bought the Bullitt had I known the differences, but now I do, and now I get to share it with you. Let's pop the hood and I'll show you the motor. So as I mentioned, this is the same motor as the GT. The major difference is the Bullitt was equipped with a higher output alternator, and the GT has a plastic air intake as opposed to this metal one with the Bullitt. And I think the metal one gives you 5 to 10 more horsepower. And the Bullitt also has the underdrive pulleys, and it has the Bilstein shocks. Like I said, this thing, it rides really well. I mean, it's obviously stiffer now that we lowered it, but I mean, you can't have a car like this and not lower it, because I'm all about upping the cool factor on anything, and that's what, I hope that's what we do on this. So something that's cool about these Bullitts is they're all numbered. They only made so many of the green, they only made so many of the blue, they only made so many of the black, which I'll explain to you the numbers here in a second. But one thing that's nice is on this left strut tower is you have the number. This one's number 4990. And that's cool that all these bullets are numbered. There is another plaque under the back seat. And if you'll give me a second, I'm going to pull the back seat out and show you. I'm just kidding. We're not going to pull the back seat out. If you buy this from me and you wish to see the plaque under the back seat, or you have one and you're like, I wonder where the other plaque is, I want to pull the back seat out, by all means, go ahead and pull it out of your car. I don't want to pull it out of my car because I'm really good at breaking things. I'm not good at fixing things. So we're going to leave the back seat in, but everything I've read, there is a plaque somewhere under the back seat that has the same number, but it is on this front strut tower and the back seat. Well, I'm going to close the hood and we'll show you the inside. So when Ford remanufactured this in 01, they replicated it after the 68 Fastback from the movie. Some cool features are on the inside and I'll show you. I'll let you look in there and I'll go around the other side. Okay, well now that we're inside, I want to show you some of the different options that Ford has put on this Bullitt. The seats are replicated after the 68. The stitching is different than the regular 01 GT. The stitching looks like the 68 Mustang and has the same stitching in the back seat. You have the brushed aluminum shifter knob right here, and I will tell you, in the middle of summer, that will burn the crap out of your hands. You'll reach down to grab that to shift it, and you'll have a 5-speed imprint on your hand, I promise you. That's hot. You also get the brushed aluminum ring right here for the shifter boot. This emergency brake handle and these knobs and the light switch, they are not factory, but it's one of those tasteful modifications that someone has done. That it looks good, it looks like it goes with the car, but it doesn't take away from the nostalgia of it. My favorite part is probably the instrument panel. The instrument cluster resembles the instrument cluster and the numbers from the 68 Mustang, the old school, the 60s Mustangs. That is different than a regular GT. You also get the stainless pedals down there. All these GTs are 5 speeds, which is, I mean, any car guy, you throw a 4-speed, 5-speed, a 6-speed into something, it's just so much more fun to drive. Something else I want to point out, this is equipped with the Mach 460 sound system. I want to fire this up so you guys can hear it. I did forget to mention that it's the 4.6 liter V8, about 265, 270 horsepower. What do you say we fire it up and you can hear it? as we're going to take this thing for a drive, but I want to point out this is smaller, or at least it feels smaller to me. A few months ago, we did a 2002 Celine Mustang convertible, and I feel like I had more room in that 02 than I do in this 01. I don't know if it's because this has different seats than the 02 Celine. If you haven't checked out the video, go see that. That is a gorgeous car, and my kids still talk about how much they miss that car. It was beautiful, but I don't know if it was the difference in the seat design, because the design of these seats in the Bullitt are different than the Celine. I feel more cramped in this. I'm 6'3", so these Mustangs really are designed for guys that are 6'3", 250 pounds, but I'm rocking it. So we're gonna go with that. But I love the view out the front windshield of this with the hood scoop. I remember in high school how cool that looked, looking out the windshield with that hood scoop. And it's just, I don't know, I really like it, and just a really fun car to drive, and I'm just happy to drive it. So I want to share with you the production numbers. I am not professional, so I didn't memorize these, so I got a cheat sheet. So there were 5,582 Mustang Bullets produced in 2001. There were 3,041 of this dark Highland green. There were 1,819 of the black, and 722 of the blue. I've personally never seen a blue one. I have a good friend of mine that has a black one. The black is really pretty. I mean, that's probably one of my favorite colors in any car is black. The main ones you find of these are green. That's probably the most sought after color, I'm guessing, because of the nostalgia from the movie. But there's only 722 of the blue, and I've personally never seen the blue. A friend of mine that has a black one, he's only seen one, so that tells you how rare they are. But I want to share those numbers with you. I hope you guys will like this video. Do me a favor, if you want to see other cool stuff like this, hit that subscribe button. Share this with all your friends. The last time I did something like this in this particular parking lot, I was in high school, and I'd lost my driving privilege, had to ride the bus. Now I'm older, more mature. I want to give this Bullitt the proper send-off. Thanks for watching, and I can't wait to show you the next one.